Thanks for tuning in to our seller interview series. Up today, we've got an Amazon affiliate site for sale in the sports niche. Created in December 2013, this business makes $2,760 per month in net profit. And the listing number for this site is 40523. Now, we do these interviews to give potential buyers more information about both the seller and the sites they're looking to purchase. We hope these insights are helpful for you in making a buying decision. We've got the seller with us today to go through the business and cover everything from niche selection to traffic and monetization. Thanks for coming on, Leonard. So I just want to ask you for the first question, can you tell us a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses?
Yes, of course. My background is that I'm working on vessels, doing research for renewable energy in all companies. And I've got quite some time left over on board and at home actually as well. A friend was dealing with websites and online marketing for quite some years already, and he has made me aware of that. And a good 2 years ago, I decided to try it out and bought a 3-size package from Empire Flippers actually. And since then, I've been building and buying many other sites. And in April 2015, I bought this site from an acquaintance.
Oh, so you actually started off buying websites instead of just building them at first, right?
Yeah, buying and building. I love both of them.
That's awesome. Did you say you bought this website from Empire Flippers as well, or?
No, I bought this one from an acquaintance, but I've been buying quite some other sites from Empire Flippers in the past.
Okay, cool. So how does this site primarily make its money?
Only Amazon, actually. So I direct all the visitors via reviews and other kind of comparison articles to Amazon. And hopefully they will buy this article or any other project on Amazon, actually.
And when you were looking at purchasing this website, what was it about this niche that made you choose this one?
I really like sports, and normally I only choose actually sport-related niches to keep me focused on the sites. It's a lot easier if I like it. And this site is quite special to me because I'm really passionate about this sport. So it's been a perfect match for me. With regards to the projects are quite expensive and are uncapped on Amazon, which is a huge benefit, of course. The people are doing this sport have normally quite a bit of money to spend and are also known to like gadgets.
That makes sense. So since this is a business that you are obviously into and somewhat passionate about, why are you selling the business? So why not just keep it and keep growing it?
Yeah, I've been looking around to buy a house for quite some time, and I need some money for a down payment for the moment when I found my perfect house. So hopefully this will bring me very close to that.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So you're planning on using the cash to buy a house then?
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
Excellent. The site was built a little while ago. When you first started this business, what was the trajectory of the business? I know you bought the website, so you didn't build the business, but what was the trajectory of the first few months when you first bought the business? Did you see traffic start going up rather quickly, or what was the story?
Yeah, when I bought the site, it was still quite young. It was only about half a year old. And I focused directly actually on adding more content to add more new categories to the site, niche related, of course. And also I added a nice plugin, a localizer plugin, so that people from Canada and from the United Kingdom, for instance, they get to their own Amazon store. So I also get those commissions. So there was a nice benefit of that actually.
That is a good plugin. So what did you learn from building this business that just worked? Is there anything you'll apply from this business to your next business? I know you've been, buying websites now for a little while and making them even better than what they were before, and then you flip them. So is there anything special about this one that you might take on to your next project?
Not to focus too much on the specific niche, but also to see a bit wider. So to add more categories next to this same niche.
Okay. Then your next target, you want to make a site that is in a broader niche.
Correct, yeah.
Excellent. Is there anything that you did with this website that just didn't work, that just fell flat on its face?
No, not really.
That's good.
Yeah,
it's always nice when that happens. Switching gears a little bit to your traffic and your earnings, could you give me a breakdown of where your traffic is coming from? Now, is it mainly organic? Is it social? Do you have any kind of paid traffic at all?
Yeah, most of it is all American organic traffic. There are some customers from Canada and the United Kingdom, and I've got a social media account, but most traffic is organic.
And as far as your earning goes, you mentioned it's pretty much 100% Amazon affiliate, or do you have some other offers in there at all?
No, it's all Amazon. I quite like Amazon, how it deals with, to whenever I direct customers to the Amazon page. Whatever they buy, I get commission. So I'd like to stick with Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon is a great affiliate program. In terms of earnings for this website, has it been pretty stable or does it fluctuate?
It does fluctuate. Over spring, summer, and the period November, December, it's really high. And in autumn, it's a bit lower. And just after the Christmas holidays, it's a bit lower as well. But overall, it's been growing a lot.
So this is actually gearing up towards its high season then, is that correct?
Yeah, I would say so. I think next month and the month after, there will certainly be a very good period.
Good time to buy the site, I guess, huh?
Yeah, certainly.
So in terms of how much content the site has, do you know offhand how many articles there are on the site?
Oh, I've got no idea. I've been normally adding about 1 or 2 articles a week, not only reviews or comparisons, but also normal general blog articles. But I've got no idea actually how many articles I've got right now.
So you're adding 1 or 2 articles a week, you said?
Yeah, I try to do at least one, but if I have some time left over, I'd like to add another one.
Is that what you would recommend for the new buyer to do as well, if they want to take over the website and continue to grow it?
Yeah, I've had some periods that I really couldn't add anything when I was working, and I had not a lot of internet access, and then I was not dealing with uploading new articles for a few weeks. And I think it is a good way to stay stable and add a new article every single week.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Let's talk a little bit more about the opportunities with this website. Let's say you were going to keep this website and you're going to keep growing it out. What would you say is the least risky path towards growing this business further?
To grow this business, I would certainly just to continue adding articles in this specific niche, but also in these sport-related categories, which I've been adding already, and start or continue adding actually more long-tail articles to the site.
And if you were incredibly risky and you wanted to grow this business incredibly quick, what would you do to grow it fast?
Yeah, something which I don't like to do myself, but that's investing a lot of it in SEO. I know that PBNs are making a huge difference in traffic and earnings, but I don't really like to go that path myself.
So this site doesn't have a PBN then? You use pretty much natural link building strategies, or?
Yeah, I don't know that much about SEO, so I've been staying away from that ever since I have the site. So for the last year, for sure, there's not been any additional links built by me, except for some blog comments and some forum profiles. That's all I did so far.
Oh, that's cool. So you're really just taking these sites and adding more content to it then?
Yeah, that's my tactic actually. Just add more content, good content, more reviews, more comparisons. Yeah.
Keep doing what works, right?
Yep.
So what do you think are the biggest risks for the site? For that buyer that comes in and buys this website, what should they be aware of?
I don't think there is a huge risk. Of course, it's an affiliate site and that there's always some risk involved in that. But yeah, Google always liked this site and I've got no doubts that this will keep on ranking high.
And can you describe the amount and type of work you do on this site for maintenance? I know you said you add an article to 2 a week, but is there anything else that you're also doing with this website?
I think most of the time is indeed the article writing for me. I think I spend maybe about 2 hours per week on the site. And mostly it's the writing, but I do also, of course, update the plugins, do some research for new keywords for content, and checking my earnings, of course.
And what skills or requirements are there for someone who's not familiar with this niche and maybe not even Amazon affiliate? What do you think is the skills that they would need to really make this website work for them?
Some basic WordPress knowledge would be nice, although it's not that difficult. It's just like Word actually, but then online. So there are not really that much specific requirements, I think.
To wrap this up, just for some additional information here, if a buyer comes in, they deposit on your website, they decide, hey, I really like this, they go ahead and purchase it, would you be willing to commit to a non-compete that basically says, I'm not going to go start, this exact same kind of sports niche after you sell this website?
Yes, for sure, yeah. I've got no desire to start this niche again. I'd like to help the buyer fully for the next month or something like that, or whatever he needs. And no, I don't really want to compete with my old site.
Okay, cool. So you're going to also offer support for the buyer for 30 days after the sale then?
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. And obviously, it works out best for both you and Empire Flippers if the buyer comes in and pays 100% up front. But let's say someone came in and they want to do a split or earn out where, say, they put 70% up front and 30% on closing the deal, or 60% up front, 40% of the rest of it over the next 4 months based on hitting certain goals. Would that be something that you would be open to?
I would prefer not to, because if I find the perfect house for me, I'd really like to jump into it. And if I have to wait another 4 months, probably the house is gone.
Yeah, understandably, you're operating underneath a timeline. So in terms of this website, a quick wrap up of what it is. It was built in December 2013 with a monthly revenue of $2,795 over a 3-month average. Expenses, $35 a month. Net profit, $2,760 again over a 3-month average. The sell of the site obviously includes the domain, the site content, social media account, and 20 new articles for publishing. Now, just out of curiosity, are those articles you just have in the pipeline that you haven't had a chance to upload, or these articles you outsource?
No, I've just been working in my free time to write some additional articles, and I think by now I've got even 25, something like that.
Oh, great.
So just the articles which are still in the pipeline.
Awesome. Well, Leonard, what would you say is your best pitch, your 30-second pitch on why someone should purchase this business?
Right. This is a great site with a long traffic and earnings history, and it does really well over the summer and November-December holiday period. It has been growing a lot during the year I own this site. The sport attracts a lot of people that have quite some money and that are known to like gadgets like these. The projects are high priced and are uncapped for Amazon commission, which is a huge plus, of course. There are many related categories to add to this site, so this site can grow a lot more in future.
Excellent. Well, for our audience out there that is listening to this, if you're out there on YouTube right now and you're interested in this website as potentially be something that you would like to purchase, you can go ahead and click the link below this video. It'll take you to our marketplace listings. If you're watching this on the actual listings page and you want more information on this listing, go ahead and just click make a deposit. It's a button up to your right, and then I will take you to the next step in the process. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this interview with us.
Thank you, Greg.